What's up, VC? Welcome back. This is Hub Tunes. I am Mike. We're going to do rock and roll birthdays again for the month of March 2022. A lot of birthdays this month. I'm not doing all that I could, so I'm doing 20. Just a bunch of old rock stars that are getting older and making me feel older, knowing how old they are. That makes sense. So yeah, let's just get right to it. I got 20 of them here. I'm not doing dead people because they're dead. First up, Roger Daltrey, lead singer for The Who. He is 78. I have notes here for the dates because or the ages. I'm way too old to remember. Roger Daltrey, this is Best Bits. This is his greatest hits. It came out probably the early 80s. And this is definitely one I still have from high school days. This is actually a pretty good comp. His solo stuff is very sketchy. There's not much good about it, actually. Every once in a while, there's a couple of good singles. This has a lot of stuff from the Mick Vicker project that he did. And some of that's okay. Martyrs and Madmen. Dreamy, probably his best solo song, at least my favorite. Hard Life, Giving It All Away, which was actually probably a pretty decent hit. But that's really about it. As far as his solo stuff goes, not real impressive. But Roger Daltrey, Best Bits. This is a comp from definitely, I think probably the early 80s. Next up is Alan Clark. Alan Clark? Who the hell is Alan Clark? Well, he's 70, and he's the keyboardist for Dire Straits. This is the best Dire Straits record. This thing, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you have heard it. You know, Sultans of Swing, the great single, their debut. Unreal guitar work. Mark Knopfler was just the king of the guitar when this stuff came out. All of the Dire Straits records you really can't go wrong with. I also like Love Over Gold. I know that's not real popular, but Love Over Gold is probably definitely my second favorite. I like that. Making Movies is good, and Communique is actually underrated. I think that really has some good stuff on it too. The guitar work on that is spectacular. But like any Dire Straits album up until Love Over Gold, they all are absolutely fantastic. This is the Mo-Fi edition, and it sounds wonderful. I'm sure these are going to get repressed, grab one. Absolutely terrific sounding records. Next up, David Gilmour, 76. This is my favorite Pink Floyd record. This is Metal, with the great photograph inside of the band. I love this record. It's on Harvest. Terrific record. One of these days. Title track, what else? Pillow in the Mines, Fearless, Saint-Tropez. Awesome album. Definitely my favorite Pink Floyd. By far my favorite Pink Floyd. Next up, Peter Wolf. Peter Wolf, lead singer for... Get over here. Lead singer for the J. Giles Band. I love the J. Giles Band. I got to see the J. Giles Band in Boston, probably 1981 or 82, and they're from Boston, and I saw them in a tiny club before they really hit it big. I think Love Stinks had been out, but not like Freeze Frame. It was just on the cusp of the Freeze Frame, like, phenomenon. This is a great record. This is J. Giles Band live. It's called Full House. It is great. It's got Whammer Jammer on it. What else? Whammer Jammer, First Look, Homework. What else? Like Hard Driving Man. This is Cruising for Love. Terrific live band. If anyone ever got to see them live, absolutely powerhouse live band. J. Giles Band. This is Peter Wolf's first solo record, Lights Out. It's got a couple of decent songs on it, but it really nothing to write home about. Next up is John Cale from the incredible Velvet Underground. This is the self-titled record. Might be my favorite of the John Cale era. This is from my Verve box set. Pretty cool record. This is definitely my favorite from the John Cale era. He is 80 years old. Next up, there we go. Next up, Bill Payne. He is 73. Bill Payne is the keyboardist from Little Feat. This is their album Down on the Farm, probably their last great record. I wish somebody would remaster and reissue these. I know MoFi did some. I have Sailing Shoes on a MoFi also. And I know they did a couple of them. I know they did Waiting for Columbus and Sailing Shoes. I don't remember what else. These things need to be remastered and remixed or something, because this record actually sounds like garbage. I don't know if it's it's definitely a later pressing, but this sounds terrible. I wish somebody would just redo these records. Next up is Adam Clayton. He is 62. He is the bassist for the band U2. Pretty popular band. This is their best album. This is also the album. I haven't really listened to anything after this album. They lost me after this record. I think this record is freaking phenomenal. This, October, and Boy are where it's at for me. Everything else after that I really have no interest in. The Great War, New Year's Day. I mean, you guys know this record. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Next up, Nancy Wilson. She is... Where is she? She's 68. This is Dog and Butterfly by Heart. Nancy Wilson, obviously the guitarist from Heart. This is my favorite Heart album. Dog and Butterfly. This is just absolutely phenomenal record. Definitely their best of their early stuff. Next up is one of my favorite bass players of all time, and it is Phil Lesh. He is 82. Phil Lesh, the great bassist from the Grateful Dead. This is from the Mars Hotel, the MoFi edition, and he shines on this record. Phil Lesh is great on all the Grateful Dead records, but oh my God, he is unreal on this record. This is a Phil Lesh-driven record. Not to mention, he gets some vocals on here. He gets Unbroken Chain, and what was the other song? I forget. Maybe Money Money? I don't remember. But great album. Scarlet Begonias, Loose Lucy, Unbroken Chain, China Doll. Just an absolute powerhouse record. One of my favorite of the Grateful Dead collection. And Phil Lesh, 82. Sticking with Bay Area bassists. Paul Cantor is 84. No, he's not. He's 74. This is after bathing at Baxter's. Paul Cantor is the bassist for Jefferson Airplane. This is a wild ride of an album. If you guys have never heard it, definitely check it out. You're going to need to listen to it more than once. You're probably going to need to listen to it 15 to 20 times to even understand it. But it's a great record. Once you get into it, I still listen to it sometimes. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Really cool record. After bathing at Baxter's, Paul Cantor, 74. Okay. This is Conrad Lonzo. He is 70. He is the bassist, another bassist. We have a bass theme going here. And we had David. We had a couple of bassists in this. Another bassist, California-based band out of LA, Los Lobos, one of my favorite American bands. This is my favorite album of theirs. This is Kiko and the Lavender Moon, the MoFi edition. Another MoFi that shines above all the rest. This thing sounds great. This and the album that came I think it was right before The Neighborhood. My two favorite Los Lobos records. Absolutely phenomenal. If you're not into Los Lobos, start with this. Kiko and the Lavender Moon. Absolutely top notch. Next up, the Queen of England. Elton John is 74. God, I thought he would have been older. Sorry, Elton. This is Honky Chateau. This is my favorite Elton John record. I absolutely love this record. This has Honky Cat and what else is on here? I think it's got Mellow. I think I'm going to kill myself. Yeah. Rocket Man is on here. Salvation, Slave, Amy, and Mona Lisa's and Mad Hatters. This is the version that opens up. Oh, I can't. I put it in one of these crazy vinyl solution plastic cases, but this is actually opens up into a cool little gatefold. Pretty cool record. This might be an OG too. Definitely my favorite Elton John record. Next we got, I'm just gonna leave the glasses on so I can read shit. The last great Genesis record. This is Trick of the Tail. Tony Banks is 71. Tony really stepped to the forefront when Peter Gabriel left the band. I think you can hear his influence all over this, and then going into like Duke and Abacab. Definitely Tony Banks became like the main songwriter and musician in the band. He is a hell of a keyboardist and composer. This is Trick of the Tail. I think it's their last great album. I don't think they've done anything since this. Robbery, Assault, and Battery, Trick of the Tail, Los Endos, Ripples is a great song. This is Madman Moon. Squonk is on here. Dance on the Volcano is terrific. Wonderful record. Great artwork, too. I love the artwork on this cover. Next, we got a twofer. This is Eric Clapton is 76 and Bobby Whitlock is 74. They combined forces for this absolutely stunning album, Layla and other assorted love songs. You guys probably know this record. It's the Mobile Fidelity again. Bobby Whitlock carries this record. Absolutely carries this record. He is the reason this album is so damn good. And along with All Things Must Pass by George Harrison, I think he carries that record too. Just an incredible musician who does not get enough credit. Happy birthday, Bobby Whitlock and Eric Clapton. Next up, and she is 67. This is the new wave masterpiece, Missing Persons, Spring Sessions M. Dale Bozzio is, what did I say? 70 or 67. Her and her husband at the time put this band together and released, they have maybe 3 or 4 records, but this is the only one that really matters. The one that came after this has some decent stuff, but this one is an absolute masterpiece. Walking in LA, Destination Unknown, freaking fantastic new wave, absolute masterpiece. Next up, Mickey Dolenz is 77, the lone remaining monkey. This is The Monkees. Great album. You guys know it. The Monkees theme, I Want to Be Free. Tomorrow's gonna be another day. I love that song. Take a Giant Step, Last Train to Clarksville. Yeah. Great album. Happy birthday, Mickey Dolenz. Hard to believe he's the only one left. Time is just going by way too fast. This is a comp that everyone in the early 80s, mid 80s had. This is James Taylor is 74. This is his best of. I think everybody in my high school probably owned this. Just a great comp. What is it? Something in the Way She Moves, Caroline on My Mind, Fire and Rain, Sweet Baby Jane, Country Road, You Got a Friend, Mexico, Shower the People, Steamroller, How Sweet It Is. Happy birthday, James Taylor. 74. Next up, John Sebastian from the Lovin' Spoonful is still alive. I actually had to Google that one to make sure he was still alive. He is 78, and I'm sure he's doing great. This is the Lovin' Spoonful. This is a soundtrack. This is You're a Big Boy Now. It's a fun little soundtrack. I've had this for a while. This is on the Karma Sutra label. It's just a fun. I'm not a huge Lovin' Spoonful fan, but this is a good record. I really like it. So John Sebastian, 78. And last, Gary Newman. You knew this was coming, right? No, because you probably didn't know it was his birthday. Gary Newman is 64. Going to see him this week, Monday and Tuesday. I'll be seeing him in in Milwaukee and Chicago. This is the another new wave masterpiece, really. The Pleasure Principle. This is the album that had cars on it. Yes, people that had cars on it. This is the original cassette that I bought in probably 1981, 1980 maybe. I have not played it for a while, but it's still amazingly in decent shape. It's not cracked, nothing. So, Gary Newman, happy birthday. I will see you on Monday. You guys stay safe. Questions, comments, snide remarks in the comment section. Be well.